Okay, well, this would be the second video in my little video blog thing I'm trying to get started here. Don't have a lot to talk about today. I've got to be to work in an hour or two. Well, first, live in an apartment alone right now, and I thought I'd introduce you to my immediate family here. This is Nibbles. This is my little girl here, and this is the other immediate family here. This is Diabla, the ball python right here that shares the apartment here with me. So I thought I'd introduce you to these guys. And you can get down. And let me see what's been going on today. Well, right now I'm just went to the library yesterday. Like I said, I've got some time on my hands for the next 2 or 3 months. I'm going to try to get a second job for that time to put some money aside. But as in other little things I can do while I'm not stuck with schoolwork. Well, first I just went to the library and found a new book that I'm going to read here in the immediate future. So I guess I'll have to let you guys know how that went. It's titled Ignorance on the Wider Implications of Deficient Knowledge. It's more of a supposedly it's more of a philosophical look into understanding basically ignorance and its implications on the human condition and that sort of thing in society. But I don't know, some things I read about this book made it sound kind of interesting, so I guess I'll have to let you know how that goes. What else has been going on today? Well, in the news they've got that one interesting thing that struck my eye is in the news in Minnesota. They've got what is his name? Daniel Hauser, the boy that has cancer. I believe it is lymphoma, which is, let me see, I've got some information on it here. He has Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a pretty common form of cancer now that's highly treatable, and we can usually, well, I don't know if you want to call it cure it or get rid of it or whatever, but we can usually get rid of it nowadays, with most people surviving and living into old age. They use sometimes chemo and whatever happens to be the best choice because of the different things on hand. But Mr. Hauser, Daniel Hauser's parents, put a stop to the chemo after one treatment, which they said had significantly shrank the tumor. They put a stop to it after one treatment because their religious beliefs make them, they don't want to use doctors and doctors' medicines and things like that, because their religious beliefs, they want to treat his cancer with herbs, which, in my opinion, the parents doing that to their child, they should be fucking prosecuted for child abuse for something like that, because apparently from what I understand, from what I've read, most people who get the treatments will live. But let me see, it even mentions it in the article here that without the doctors said Daniel's cancer has up to a 90% chance of being cured with chemotherapy and radiation, but without those treatments, his chances of survival are 5%. They're a part of some Missouri-based religious group that believes in natural healing methods advocated by some American Indian groups and things like that. His mom apparently said, "My son is not in any medical danger at this point, even though he's got a fucking tumorous cancer," as she testified that in court, and said that her son Daniel, the child with the cancer, is a medicine man and an elder in this group, the Minha band. And her son is the one that made the choice not to want to do it. Well, court filings also showed that Daniel, her son, has a learning disability and can't even read. So you can't tell me that he's very versed at his age in the benefits and in the pros and cons. Let me see, he's 13 years old, and the pros and cons of getting rid of his cancer. Let let me see, the judge in this case rules that he's been medically neglected by his parents and was indeed in need of child protective services. I am so happy for this ruling because I remember hearing about this I think a week ago, and it quite disturbed me that the fucking levels that people's religion can go into, even child abuse, where they won't even give their child the medicines he needs to survive because their religion says differently. Also, it shows that the Hausers apparently have 8 children, which worries me. They should be investigated in a lot of ways for child abuse and things like that, because who knows how many other children they may put in grave danger because their religion states that they shouldn't go to a damn doctor. I mean, things like this are just fucking retarded. But enough talking about that. What do you guys think? You can actually probably look it up somewhere. If you want to Google it, the boy's name is Daniel Hauser, and if you Google his name, that would probably bring it up. And the thing is all taking place in Minnesota. And the article I was just reading about was on Yahoo News from the Associated Press. So you can probably find it that way. Anyways, if there is anyone watching this, if you want to comment at least and let me know what you think about this case, especially if you have the chance to look it up or something like that. This is a thing that's really upsetting me, that this boy is being denied medical care that if he doesn't get it, he'll probably die simply because his parents' ignorance and wanting to risk his life on some retarded fucking religious beliefs. Beyond me, the bad parenting that I would say that is, and the child abuse that should be labeled as. Anyway, there's not much else going on that I've noticed recently, except for the whole other thing that's been taking up the news for the last day or two, or for a little while now, is the whole Nancy Pelosi thing. Her fight she's starting with the CIA. God, she pisses me off sometimes. But the CIA arguing that they told her what was going on with the terrorist torture, and she's saying that they never told her, and they're making a big fucking deal about it. And we got too many other damn things to be worried about with the economy and the shithole, and trying to fix a lot of other problems in this country. That's almost old news, because we just fixed that. President Obama passed some laws that outlaw any type of torture like that from now on, so we fixed that problem. But taking up the entire media for this argument between Pelosi and the CIA is fucking retarded. They need to go solve that on their own, and we need to be worrying in the news and the media about more pressing matters. But anyway, I just thought I'd check in and say that's what's been going on today. Slept in a bit this morning, so I haven't had time to look around at much on what was going on and all that. I've got to be at work, and I got to go to work in 2 hours, it looks like. So I guess that's all. I wanted to introduce you to my dog, my pets, and say what would happen to be on my mind at the moment. And I guess I'll leave it at that. Good day.